Today is May 24th. Happy birthday, Rammer. It's Daily Cards Live.
Gracias, amigo.
What, 50, right? Right around,
That's why you're the best partner in the business. I'll never let anybody take that title. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cardinals and Reds, game 3 of 4. Rammer, this is the first time that you and I have had a chance to talk about this series so far.
Yeah.
As Monday, we paid our respects to the commish, Rick Hummel, and then yesterday, so you and Rock took over the daily cards duty for yesterday. But we have Steven Matz against Ben Lively tonight. A 5:40 start time as the Cardinals look to at least win another game and have a chance at winning another series tomorrow afternoon.
I suggest lively could be the word for the game. I suggest that it could be another high-scoring affair.
I haven't. My phone is plugged in over to the side right now. I do not have access to reach it, but I would imagine you are suggesting that we bet the over on the game tonight.
Definitely take the over.
I saw a stat earlier today. I believe John Denton of MLB.com, of Cardinals.com, was who it was that provided this stat, and I want to make sure I give credit where it's deserved with this, but it's Steven Matz making the start today, has not won a game, and it was him. He makes his return to Cincinnati, where he won his last game, July 23rd, 2022. So Steven Matz, winless right now in about 10 months, has not won a game since July 23rd of 2022 at Great American Ballpark. That's
4
months
not
great.
Of playing time. 4 months of playing time. That's significant.
Yeah. It is. You're absolutely right. He has and he hasn't been terrible the last few starts out there. He has earned his spot in this rotation. He has earned his right to stay in the rotation when you could have looked at it and said it would have been an easy move to put him into the bullpen or come up with an injury, maybe work on something and rehab. But as you look here, as I'm bringing up his recent game log for the past few starts that he's had, Rammer last time out against the Dodgers, he goes out there 1 run or no runs in 4 2/3. So he gave up some base runners, but he held them in the game.
Yeah, I think your point of he's earned his spot in this rotation, the key word in that sentence is this. And I think it's more of a statement about the 5, I'm not counting Liberatore, the 5 pitchers in the rotation than it is about his performance.
Well, he goes and he faces a lineup for the Reds that looks like this. Brought to you by Bootleggin Barbecue, Bootleggin Tavern. Jonathan India, he is at second base. Matt McClain is at short. Spencer Steer at first. Tyler Stevenson is behind the plate. Nick Senzel in left. Stuart Fairchild in right. Kevin Newman is at third. Luke Malley is DHing, and Jose Barea is in center field. The Cardinals line up like this. Lars Nootbaar is in center. Paul Goldschmidt DHing. Nolan Gorman is at second. Nolan Arenado is at third. Wilson Contreras behind the plate. Brendan Donovan at first. Tommy Edman at short. Alec Burleson in left. And Oscar Mercado is in right field. Those lineups brought to you by Bootleggin' Bob's. Bootleggin' Bob's, the Bootleggin' Dive Bar, located at 3457 Morgan Ford Road. They got food every night of the week. They have different food trucks, different people coming out there and bringing them food each and every night of the week. Specials during the game. So head on out there in the middle of Tower Grove and check out your local neighborhood dive bar. It's Bootleggin' Bob's, part of the Bootleggin' family. And Rammer, you see tonight, Paul Goldschmidt getting the night off in the field, so he DHs, and we will. So I imagine we will see Nolan Arenado DH probably tomorrow.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me a bit.
It usually comes back to back. I feel like they do that a lot back to back. That one day one DHs, the next day the other DHs, and then they go back to their normal either Gorman or Contreras DHing.
And you might give one of the guys in the middle of the order a completely off on an early morning game or an early in the day game. getaway day. Somebody could get a day off. But I think right now, I know it's a bit of a grind, but using the DH, I think is a good idea. And I think maybe full days off come maybe like Sunday.
Okay, so we will. Yeah,
We'll see.
I'm trying to think when the last time Arenado and Goldschmidt had days off. So that's I'm trying just to think back and right off the top of my head, I'm nothing comes to.
The Cardinals, I don't think this way, and it's probably not good in a broad spectrum sort of way. But if they keep winning some games, you feel like, okay, Sunday day game, okay, one of these guys, hey, take the day off, completely off.
Rammer, I know you don't like it when I do this, especially because it's
here we go. How many? Yeah,
how did you know? It's like you can see my screen in front of me. Cardinals right now 5.5 games back of the Brewers. Rammer, they are only 3.5 games back of a wild card spot. That is just crazy to think that they are that close to being in right there in that little mix for a wild card spot after the start that they had. I don't know if you saw what Adam Wainwright presented to the team during their West Coast road trip. Did you happen to catch what it was, the artwork that Wainwright, who we already know?
He did like a presentation.
Yeah.
On poster board, I think.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, absolutely. He showed that back in 2006, that in June the Cardinals went 9-16. In September, the Cardinals went 12-17, and yet they still managed to go on and win the World Series, a World Series that he was on the mound for that final out. So Adam Wainwright has come out and he showed the team, hey, look, 2 bad months doesn't define your season. Yeah, it sucks that they were back to back. That that the first month was really, really bad. You're getting hotter in May, but hey, 1 bad month doesn't define the entire season. Stuff like that happens, and the Cardinals were able to go on and win the World Series that year with a bunch of other good months after that. So that's true leadership right there. That's not standing on the table in the middle of the clubhouse and rallying the troops. That's borrowing your kids' crayons. You go into the art room at your house and you draw something up.
Yeah, I think it was really nicely done and helped keep the making a point while keeping things light with the team. And I think it was really a good move. The offense and defense are in very good shape right now. We talked already about the rotation. And I think the specifics of trying to make this bullpen work, Ollie's trying everything he can. I'm not comfortable with any of the closing candidates. And because of availability, he almost gets stuck in a two-platoon bullpen. These guys today, these guys tomorrow. I don't think the rotation or that usage of the bullpen is sustainable. So I think they've got some work to do.
At some point, we'll start to see maybe a little more of the Memphis shuttle, and we'll start to see a few guys that maybe we saw either earlier in the year, maybe last year, maybe some guys that we saw in spring training. Who's the kid that they brought up that was touching 100 in the World Baseball Classic and just had just kind of had a little cup of coffee up here, but was impressive. And I mean, you're going to start to see little moves, little tweaks like that, especially with all the options that some of these bullpen guys have too, that you can kind of mix and match throughout the summer.
Yeah. And because starters aren't giving you enough innings, even if all of your guys are going pretty well, you're going to have to shuffle just for workload.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I don't know starter wise. I mean, we'll probably see what we saw the last few years. You go out there, you find a 3 or 4, and you go from there.
Yeah, I don't think that'll do it.
No, but
can they find a 2 or a 1? There's some pretty crappy teams out there, and all of them have somebody. But are you willing to part with a prospect? The idea of taking the stuff you don't want and giving it to someone for something you want is really hard. But in my view, John Mozeliak has been much better at trading than signing free agents. So hope is not a plan, but if you want to hold out hope, that's what you look at. He does have a tremendous track record at trades.
We will talk to you. We'll come your way to probably tomorrow night after the game when things wrap up, and we'll see how the Cardinals fare in the fourth of the 4-game series tonight. 5:40 start time. Rammer, how are you celebrating the birthday tonight?
Watching Cardinal baseball at 5:40.
Sounds like a great way to.
Oh, and I get to cut the grass too. So how about that?
Rammer, we are brought to you each and every day by Munganast St. Louis Acura and also Royal Banks.
For over 60 years, Royal Banks has been a part of what you do, and I've been doing business with Royal Banks well over 20 years, and I've found personally, and I know from talking to customers, that it's all about the service you get at Royal Banks of Missouri, where better service means better banking.
Leave a comment as you watch the video or tweet at Rammer and wish him a happy birthday today. Hopefully the Cardinals bring him a victory. He is Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. We will talk to you tomorrow right here on Daily Cards Live. It's ClaibsOnline.com.
At St. Louis Acura, we have over 100 new Acura models and over 160 pre-owned models in stock or on the way in May. Get 4.9% financing for up to 60 months on 2023 Acura MDXs, TLXs, Integras, and RDX models. Or get a certified rate as low as 3.49% on certified TLX and MDX models. And you can earn up to $1,500 in loyalty incentives. St. Louis Acura, better than ever for you.